There's something about small towns, isn't there? The way everyone knows everyone, the way even the smallest moments become lifelong memories, and the way wounds, emotional ones, never really fade, no matter how many years pass. 9 years ago, I used to live in one of those towns. Quiet, simple, familiar. I had good neighbors, kind-hearted people with 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Let's call them Matt and Lily. They were 2 years younger than me, but I remember them vividly. Always pulling pranks on each other. Innocent things, mostly. Like replacing toothpaste with mayo or putting fake spiders in lunchboxes. That kind of harmless sibling rivalry that makes parents laugh and kids roll their eyes. But something changed as they grew older. Something darker. The girl, Lily, she got more creative. More mean-spirited. Her jokes stopped being funny and started cutting deep. And Matt, he just took it. Quietly. Never lashed out. Never complained. But you could see it, the way he looked at her when she laughed at his expense. The way his hands balled into fists he never raised. He was carrying something. Something heavy. The worst came during his senior year of high school. Matt was shy, introverted, and definitely not the kind of guy who got invited to every party. But when prom season rolled around, he stepped out of his comfort zone. Bought a suit with his savings. Cleaned up nice. Asked a girl he liked, and she said yes. You could see how proud he was. Until the morning of prom. That's when Lily decided it was time for a joke. She replaced Matt's shampoo with hair removal cream. He didn't realize it until it was too late. Clumps of hair fell into the sink. Into his hands. Onto the floor. I still remember the look on his face when he came over to my place that afternoon. Eyes red. Voice trembling. His head was half bald, patchy, raw. He had no choice. He shaved the rest off and went to prom completely bald. And Lily, she laughed, took pictures, posted them online with the caption, "Oops, my brother's rocking the Mr. Clean look for prom." The likes poured in. Her friends thought it was hilarious. But I saw something else in Matt's eyes that night. Not anger, not even sadness. Resolve. Something in him broke. Or maybe something finally woke up. A few months later, I moved away from town. But I kept in touch with Matt through texts and emails. Over time, he graduated college, got a solid job, settled down not far from his parents. He never once brought up that prom night again. Not once. Until 9 years later. We got a wedding invitation in the mail. From Lily. She was getting married. Big venue. Big guest list. All funded by her parents, the groom's family, and the groom himself. The whole town was buzzing. It was going to be the event of the year. My wife and I decided to attend. It felt like the perfect excuse to revisit old friends, show the kids where I grew up, and have an adult night out. My brother offered to take the kids to our family lake cabin for the weekend, bless him, so it was all set. Everything was going smoothly, until the morning of the wedding. We woke up to a group text from Lily's dad. Wedding cancelled. Reception still happening. Come if you'd like. We'll explain there. Wait, what? Cancelled? The morning of. We were stunned. No context. No details. Just cancelled. Naturally, we went to the reception-turned-party, curious as hell. And what we found there, my God, everyone was dressed up. The venue was stunning, flower arrangements, string lights, a 5-tier cake. But no bride, no groom, just Matt, calm, collected, smiling like a man who had just returned from war, victorious. People were murmuring, whispering. Some laughed, others looked confused. But the story came out, piece by piece. Turns out, Lily had been staying at her parents' house the night before the wedding. Tradition. She wanted to spend one last night in her childhood bedroom. Just like old times. And that meant she used the same bathroom she'd always used. The same shower. The same shampoo shelf. And Matt knew that. Because Matt had waited 9 years for that moment. He bought the same brand of hair removal cream she used on him. Mixed it with her expensive, salon-grade shampoo. Put it back exactly where she'd left it. Then he left. Said goodnight. Slept like a baby. The next morning, Lily woke up and stepped into the shower. And history repeated itself. She ran out of the bathroom screaming. Hair clumped in her hands. Hysterical. Makeup artists, hairstylists, they tried everything. But it was hopeless. Her once perfect bridal hair was now patchy, brittle, falling apart with every brush stroke. She refused to be seen. Refused to walk down the aisle. The wedding was called off. Just like that. The guests still came. The food was already catered. The music already set. The reception went on, minus the bride. Matt. He showed up in a crisp black suit. Same kind he wore to prom, except this time, he had a full head of hair and a calm, ice-cold smile on his face. Someone asked him, half joking, why? And Matt answered, "She ruined my prom. I waited 9 years to return the favor. Today seemed perfect." Boom. You could hear jaws drop across the room. Her parents were mortified, but not furious. Her dad pulled me aside and said, "She always pushed things too far. Maybe now she understands." And the groom? He quietly left the venue. Rumor was, this wasn't the first red flag she'd shown. He never came back. Lily never left the house that day. Didn't return texts. Didn't speak to anyone. She disappeared into silence, humiliated in a way only karma can deliver. And Matt, he danced, ate good food, took selfies with old friends, laughed for the first time in years. The man was free.